Hi, I'm Shannon with Westplay, and this is our podcast education video series. Today we're talking about a very creative type of play equipment, tunnels. Tunnels can be any material, as you see here, and they can be flat, curved, arched, ground level, or raised up between two platforms, or two parts of a play structure. Regardless of what type of tunnel we talk about, they're a playground favorite, and for good reason. Cognitively, tunnels are great for fueling imaginative scenarios. I remember as a kid, this was one of my personal favorites on the playground because its cozy enclosed shape can fill the role of any small structure you might need for a story you're making up. Got a princess? Of course she has to climb through a long system of secret passages to escape from the dragon. Got a team of scientists trying to clone dinosaurs? Better keep your hands away from the dino cage. Got a friendly forest gnome who needs a house to invite you into? Got some astronauts that need a rocket ship? Want to pretend you're a hamster in a hamster tube? You get the idea. Another cognitive element of tunnels is the sensory element. Some tunnels have windows along the sides and others don't, but either way, it'll usually be darker inside the tunnel than it will be outside in the daylight. Also, depending on the material and theme of your tunnel, it could be a sensory experience of rough bark versus smooth wood versus plastic, and sometimes even more unusual elements like a cable tunnel. If your tunnel can sway, like this one, there's the added sensory element of swinging and the physical element of coordinating your arms and legs to climb in and out successfully. Speaking of physical elements, the main physical play values here are crawling and climbing, both of which practice the gross motor skills of coordination and muscle strength, even more so if your tunnel is arched, like the one we saw a moment ago right here. And of course, tunnels can also serve the purely functional physical purpose of safely connecting two halves of a play structure above ground level, like this one. That brings us to the social aspect of tunnels. The games I mentioned earlier almost all involve a certain level of interaction, because playing pretend with a friend requires communication to exchange ideas about this scenario or that scenario, and the empathy to take turns being the different roles inside or outside of the tunnel. Porthole windows in the sides of the tunnel, like this one, can also encourage kids to practice nonverbal communication. The imaginative nature of many tunnel games makes these games, if not the tunnels themselves, much more inclusive than exercise-based games that involve jumping and running, because many kids are naturally creative. They'll often be able to invent some role for a friend who struggles to crawl into the tunnel itself, like maybe they could be the scientist boss for the dinosaur project, or they could be ground control for the rocket ship mission, or some other social role. Tunnels can also provide a sheltered retreat for a child feeling overwhelmed by the playground, provided the tunnel isn't right in the middle of all the activity. That's it for today's short and sweet video on tunnels. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like more information on freestanding tunnels or play structures that incorporate elevated or ground level crawling elements, or how to make your playground more inclusive, or if you just have questions or comments, you can reach us at info@westplay.ca or 604-424-4168. Thanks for watching. This is Westplay, enjoying every day.